Fans, we welcome you to another action-packed edition of NWA Smoky Mountain TV. I'm your host, Matt Rhodes, and ladies and gentlemen, the showdown in Motown is fastly approaching on Saturday night, February the 18th, and we now know who the two tag team partners of the Real Deal Chase Owens will be. We seen last week here on this program, Chase Owens approach the wrestling extraordinaire Sigmund, asking him to be his partner. But in return, Chase Owens had to grant Sigmund a championship match for the Mountain Empire Championship. We also seen Chase Owens approach the Black and Ease assassin Menace, asking him to be one of his partners for the showdown in Motown against Davey Richards, Kyle O'Reilly, and Tony Kazina. Team Ambition from Ring of Honor, ladies and gentlemen, for the Tally Ward Center, February the 18th, Morristown, Tennessee. And ladies and gentlemen, huge event tonight in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. The National Guard Army, there's been a lot of confusion surrounding this event and when it would take place. It'll take place tonight. The Armed Forces Center, 8 o'clock bell time, with a great lineup of wrestling action featuring all the top stars of Southern States Wrestling, NWA Smoky Mountain, and the Pro Wrestling Federation tonight in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. New National Guard Armory, 8 o'clock bell time. Fans, don't miss it. At this time, we're going to go back to House Party 2012. It was a contenders ring match. We seen the return of Thorne to the Civic Auditorium as he took on the Black and Ease assassin Menace. Let's go to the closing moments of that match.
About Menace, look at the drive in Thorne. Look, I mean, he's going in there just like he's never missed a beat. Move after move after move, like he's not missed a beat, and he's been out of action for over a year.
That's true.
I mean, Thorne, he's just, this is what his third, fourth match back.
Some people just have a natural ability. Some people just have natural talent, and I think Thorne is one of those people.
Here's the thing, you know, even though Thorne's out of the ring, he's kept his body in great shape. Thorne looks like he's in the best shape of his career. I think he's came back in better shape than the last time I've seen him. He's in the best shape of his career right now, and you talk about the blonde bombers, Marty Ricker. No more blonde hair for Thorne, you know.
No.
All the playful days are behind him. He's maturing as an adult. He's got a family, and he's wanting to provide the best for them, and you know, doing the best for them is being on top in wrestling, winning championships, making that big money.
Speaking of the Blonde Bombers, he has been wrestling lately his old partner Tim Baldwin in SOW up in Bristol. There've been some matches between
here, and every once in a while you'll hear of Adam York around as well, but
not lately.
Elbow to the midsection. Always wait. You'll see Adam York somewhere down the road again.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's a cover. One, two. You know, Adam York, one of my favorite people in this business. I love Adam York to death.
Mr. Wrestling.
But,
one of the biggest memories I'll have of Adam York, so running Stephen Barry out of the area.
Hey, I didn't know that, but I love Adam.
I've never seen someone's chest as red as their hair than I did on that guy.
The clothing store, Stephen Barry?
No.
No.
You don't want to know this kid.
Former pro wrestler, Stephen Barry.
Let's not get off on him, because that's not who this night's about. The night's about great talent like this in the ring. We've seen it represented from your organization in PWF, from Stars of Wrestling, from NWA Smoky Mountain, from Southern States Wrestling. It's been a great night so far, but it's not over with yet, guys. Right now, Menace is looking to get a comeback here. We're going to catch him with some elbows here in the midsection, and Thorne cuts him off, though. That's what you got to do. Oh, catches him there with a right hand. He may have grabbed the mask a little bit. Picks him up. Oh, man. I have a sidewalk slam there, but effective nonetheless. And Menace, the turning point of the match here, if you will, guys. Both men down. Whoever's up to their feet first, I'd like to think, would have the upper hand.
The one thing about Menace wearing his mask, you really can't tell how bad he's hurt. You can beat him, but you can't see the grimace on his face because of his mask, and you don't know exactly how far you've got him beaten down.
Oh, man, you see that? I see something flying to somebody's mouth. I don't know if it was a tooth or what. Menace up to the top. Oh, what a cross body! Thorne almost floats over there. And that could have been the match if he did clothesline.
Good Lord.
Look how quickly these men are back up.
Marty talking about the grimace on somebody's face. I see the grimace on Thorne's
face.
I don't think Thorne has a face anymore after that kick.
I guarantee that.
Scoop slam, Menace off the ropes. Oh, running senton, and that may be over here. That's crushing the ribs.
A running senton. What are you talking about? He put his butt in his stomach.
Menace's feet, you know, people say the well-educated feet. Menace's feet graduated with masters, went back and taught the class. Menace knows how to use his feet in the ring to wear down his opponents. Now he's got him. He got the arm hook, bringing him up. Thorne blocks the suplex attempt. Oh, Menace with a knee to the face. Menace hooks him. Oh, spins him around.
Russian
Look like he hooked him like a fisherman's suplex and spin around with a net breaker. Unique offense by Menace. Now, can he make the cover? He does. Takes a little time. It may help Thorne out, and it does. He count it 2.
You know Thorne can take a lot of pain. Look how many tattoos he's got.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got one right across his midsection.
Some people find solace in tattoos.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes have passed.
Oh, man.
10 minutes have passed in the matchup.
1, 2, big DDT there. And right now, Menace is in the driver's seat with the foot to the floor. But Thorne, he's fighting for that break. He's fighting to get over there and take that steering wheel from Menace and get back in control here. Big forearm there.
You auditioning for the Speed Network?
Menace into the
corner.
Menace sends Thorne into the corner, runs. Thorne catches the boot, powers Menace back down to the mat, runs with the boot. Menace backs up, goes for the cover. 1, 2. You know, one thing we haven't really touched upon in this matchup. Oh, Menace with a roll up. 1, 2. Quick roll up. What's at stakes in this matchup? The spot in the Contenders ring. Thorne, we talk about him solidifying his place back here at the NWA Smoky Mountain. How much more impactful can you solidify your spot than earning a title shot at 2 of the top champions in the area? I mean, the NWA Smoky Mountain champion and the NWA Mountain Empire champion, 2 of the top 3 or 4 champions in the area, you know.
After tonight, Chase Owens could be both champions.
It could very well be.
Patented spine buster by Thorne.
I wouldn't mind seeing Thorne and Chase Owens tangle it up.
No.
And I tell you what,
wouldn't mind seeing Menace and Chase tangle it up again either. I know me and Matt.
You're going to tick him off here in a second if you keep interrupting.
That's what I'm trying to do. I know Matt and myself, we called an excellent match a few years ago at the old National Guard Armory in Kingsport between Menace and Chase Owens. I wouldn't mind seeing that again either.
Yeah.
Running power slam by Thorne there.
You can talk now, Matt.
Menace is down. Thorne needs to get up here, make the cover. He may have him put away. 1, 2, and a near fall.
Menace showing that drive to kick out. He wants a championship back in this area. He hasn't held a title in this area since losing the PWF Southeastern Championship. You can tell he wants another belt around his waist.
Menace is always wanting championships. Menace loves those belts.
That's where the money comes in, too.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Did you see that?
Those flights back and forth from Tokyo, Japan got to cost him a lot of money. That belt would help him out.
Roll him up here. 1, 2, and near fall. Right there, Thorne, he may be busted open after that 1 shot there. The Irish whip now reversed by Thorne. Now, Menace.
Hello.
Back elbow.
Are you kidding me?
And I'll tell you what, right now both men are down, and once again maybe another turning point in this match here. Menace setting up for it.
Menace setting up for that super kick here. Sorry to cut you off there, not really. Oh, big boot. I think I seen a tooth fly into the 3rd row.
The molar.
Hope he's got a dental plan in his new NWA Smoky Mountain contract.
Look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God.
The top rope. Thorne rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Thorne beat him.
I'm not believing
that.
I'm not believing that.
Pulls out a squeaker over Menace.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, earning a spot in the championship ring, Thorne.
Nonprofit organizations, sports clubs, civic groups, schools, or anyone looking to raise funds for your organization. The stars of the National Wrestling Alliance are here to put money in your pocket. Bring us in for your next fundraiser and get the funds you need for your organization on the night of the event without wait.
For more information, you can email the office at office@nwasmokymountain.com, or you can call the office at area code 423-773-5449.
Wrestling fans, some huge dates coming up for NWA Smoky Mountain and Southern States Wrestling here in the Mountain Empire in the coming months. Ladies and gentlemen, with NWA Smoky Mountain coming back to the Kingsport Civic Auditorium
On Saturday night, March the 3rd, it's the second annual NWA Smoky Mountain Cup, ladies and gentlemen. So mark that down on your calendars right now. Once again, Saturday night, March the 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday night, February the 25th, National Guard Armory, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Southern States Wrestling, huge anniversary spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. Mark that down on your calendars. Always a great night. The Southern States Wrestling Anniversary, February the 25th, the National Guard Armory in Mount Carmel. Saturday night, February the 18th, Tally Ward Center, Morristown, Tennessee. It's the Showdown in Motown, featuring Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Davey Richards teaming up with Kyle O'Reilly and Tony Kazina to take on Chase Owens, Sigmund, and Menace. Saturday night, February 18th, once again, Morristown, Tennessee's Tally Ward Center, 8 p.m. bell time, and wrestling fans tonight. In Mount Carmel, Tennessee at the National Guard Armory, Southern States Wrestling presents a great night of wrestling action with 2 huge matches already been announced. We're going to see Tony the Dragon Givens teaming up with his partner Chris Richards to take on the PWF Tag Team Champions Bo James and Josh Crawford. Plus, the Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as Frank the Tank Parker will defend once more against the Holy One, Lucas Angel. That's tonight. National Guard Armory, Mount Carmel, Tennessee for Southern States Wrestling. Right now, let's go back to House Party 2012, show you some highlights from the huge 6-man tag team match that took place and a preview for tonight's tag team match in Mount Carmel.
I knew in 2004. He has undergone mental changes. I think that's the best way to say it. He's undergone some mental changes, and he's just downright nasty. He's not even nice in the locker room.
Oh, no. Whatever has happened to Tony Givens is not just in the ring and in the locker room. It's his own personal family, his own lifestyle outside of this building and the NWA Smoky Mountains. You've seen it in SSW. You've seen it anywhere he goes. The Illuminati is running roughshod and just for money in the pockets. That's all it is to Tony Givens anymore. Like he said before, these aren't fans, these are paychecks.
I have called many matches where Tony Givens was the fan favorite and Bo James was the rule breaker, but those roles are certainly different tonight.
Definitely, the roles are reversed, and Johnny Knievel trying to get the upper hand, but with that big knee from Tony Givens, much to no avail.
Tony put it best himself. He who holds the power rules the world.
Unfortunately, that is the truth.
And to go back and touch on that change as a clean tag made to the Kentucky Headhunter.
Very clean, because once you have the upper hand, you don't need to really cut too damn low to stay up there. You know what I mean?
You know, but going back to what you're saying, not just mental changes, sadistic mental changes.
Oh, yeah.
Cerebral mental changes, taking self-admittedly a year to plot out the Illuminati. I mean,
oh wow, shades of Davey Boy Smith there with the delay vertical suplex.
Letting all the blood rush into his head.
Rushing to the head of Johnny Knievel, definitely making that impact more brutal than it actually is. 1, 2. A surprisingly sort of slow count from Brandon Cox, counting Chris Richards' pin there, but
now you got to give Illuminati credit. Johnny Knievel, definitely the smallest of the 3. And they're really working him over. They're thinking maybe that he can be.
They're putting him in there with the largest man on the team of the Illuminati.
But Johnny Knievel being the smallest in stature.
Ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes have passed in the matchup. 15 minutes have passed.
And Johnny Knievel using the elbow to try to break free. And oh, he hits him with an enziguri.
Out of nowhere.
An enziguri.
It's one thing I've always said about Johnny, quick as a cat.
There's Johnny Knievel getting the tag
made to Bo James. Brandon Cox, you got to wonder, did he really not see it? Or did he not want to see it?
Are you kidding me? You've
Misty
got to be
pleading
kidding me.
with the referee.
As sad as it is, who knows at this point? The camera saw it. We saw it.
You saw it. I saw it. We all saw it.
He saw it and she saw it.
Fans standing up all over the auditorium saw it. And Nick Hammond's looking like he's going for the 60-yard punt.
I think he just scored 3 points for his team.
Oh, wow.
Second field goal we've seen tonight here in Kingsport.
Goes to cover 1, 2. Johnny kicks out. You know these men.
Brandon Cox oddly taking his time now.
You know, Johnny and Josh, they gotta sit here. What's Bo going to think about us if we lose, you know?
Yeah.
The man picked us to have his back. What's he going to think about us if we lose?
No matter what side of the fence Bo James has been on, if you cause Bo James to lose, that bullwhip is in very quick access.
Nick Hammonds.
Many men have been laid waste with that bullwhip.
Yeah, Nick Hammonds, though, doing a little Eddie Guerrero there with the, or was it Chris Benoit that used to
But didn't take more out of him than it did Johnny Knievel. Nick Hammonds struggling to get to his feet.
And
Johnny
now,
Knievel with a tag to Josh Crawford.
Shades of the Three Amigos, what you're trying to go for. Brandon Cox telling Josh he cannot get in the ring. Now Tony goes right for Johnny.
Now that one was as clear as daylight. Ray Charles could have seen that tag.
and he did.
Yeah.
Ray Charles could have seen it, but somehow Fester missed it. That's Tony Gibbons.
Stevie Wonder could have saw that one.
Tony Gibbons setting Johnny Knievel up in the corner, and Johnny is almost out of
blind.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah.
Had to explain that they were both, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder, both blind.
Precisely.
After this match, all the violence, we may see someone poke somebody's eyes out. You never know. Somebody in this match may be blind with all the brutality.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It's Tony down to the
Johnny
ground.
Johnny up here! Up on the top rope. Oh! Big flying fist from Johnny Knievel. Both men down. Referee ensuing the 10 count. One. Johnny Knievel struggling to get to Josh Crawford and Bo James. Any man who he can tag in here.
Well, you think if Josh and Bo would just lick their hand out, he could reach him.
Stirring. But Nick Hammonds deciding to interfere in the match.
Brandon Cox actually sending him out. Oh, 6 men in the ring.
Screw this.
Broke down.
Oh,
screw this.
We're
going in the ring.
Marty Ricker says he don't want no part of it.
Oh, get
this bout has broke down everybody in the ring. Johnny Knievel, Nick Hammonds, Bo James, Tony Gibbons, Josh Crawford, Chris Richards, they're all going at it.
Knievel has somehow ducked out of the way.
There's 6 men in the ring, and Brandon Cox is counting Bo James.
Nick Hammonds.
And Bo James has hit like the Japanese Shinindamaki on Tony Gibbons. We know it in America as the Cobra Clutch.
Oh, big boot by Chris Richards to Bo James. Johnny Knievel goes to the top rope.
Johnny Knievel up on the top rope.
Is going to fly up and down.
Paying homage to the Macho Man Randy Savage. Big elbow, Nick Hammonds.
Oh, Nick Hammonds.
Breaks it up. Bo and Chris, they're just brawling out here at ringside now.
Chris Richards rams Bo James into that steel post, and that is pure steel. I saw them putting the ring up earlier. That is a pure steel post.
Oh! Tony assists with a diamond cutter.
Oh, man. Nick Hammonds definitely with the upper hand now. May have the win for the Illuminati. Josh Crawford trying to change the pace of that.
Catch him exceptional. Oh! I thought he was going for that spine buster.
Belly to belly suplex.
Send him out.
Now Tony Gibbons.
I don't know who's the legal man in the ring. Who cares?
Johnny Knievel, I think.
I don't even think Brandon Cox knows. 1, 2.
Johnny kicks out.
How does Johnny Knievel kick out of that one?
Marty Ricker, this is going to be one of the wildest brawls you've ever seen.
This is one of the wildest commentary jobs I ever had. I guarantee that.
It's great having you right here in the middle of it.
Oh, like I said, I used to do these by myself.
Spine buster!
Ladies and
Spine
gentlemen,
buster from John Crawford!
Have passed.
Tony Gibbons down flat on the mat after that spine buster from Josh Crawford. Johnny Knievel trying to go for the cover. Can he get it? He's over top. 1, 2. Oh my God! Tony Gibbons kicks that right at the nick of time.
Josh Crawford to the floor.
Taking Josh Crawford to the floor. Johnny Knievel trying to take Chris Richards out, but son, it's like a grasshopper trying to take down a pine tree. That's not gonna work.
Oh my God!
Spine buster. The Civic has really high ceilings. I think Johnny just reached them.
Oh, he could have turned the light bulb.
Bo James
pulling Chris Richards out. Oh, big right hands.
Oh, right the. Oh, that was not pretty at all.
I think Chris Richards may have.
What's Rob Knott? What's Rob Knott?
Rob Knott's trying to do something, but Tony Gibbons in the ring, rolling over Johnny Knievel. 1, 2. He kicks out.
Does he do it?
He kicks out. Knievel kicks out.
Are you kidding me? Tony Gibbons now, he just smacks Brandon Cox right in the face. Brandon's got every right.
Slaps him in the face.
Every right to disqualify Tony Gibbons for that. You never put your hands on a referee. That's an NWA rule from years and years ago. You never hit a referee.
No. NWA rule, pro wrestling rule.
Oh, the backcracker.
That's not acceptable anywhere.
James getting the upper hand on Chris
and
Richards.
He smacks Brandon Cox.
Tony Gibbons slapping him.
Brandon's looking mad.
Time after time.
Brandon Cox gets him.
One,
2.
Johnny Knievel rolled him up.
Yeah, Knievel rolled him
Johnny
over.
rolled him over.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Illuminati lost.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the bout, Bo James, Josh Crawford, and Johnny Knievel.
Rolled him over.
An upset tonight in Kingsport. The Illuminati defeated.
I told you it would happen, Johnny Knievel. I told you one day that a high-risk style of yours would get yourself hurt, and it did. See, tonight I'm not going to wrestle Johnny Knievel like I was supposed to, because he got himself hurt last week in Elizabethton, Tennessee, trying to please the people. It's like I told you, kid, they don't care about you. Are they sending you cards and letters now? I guarantee they're not. Give it a couple more weeks, they'll forget all about you. They won't know who Johnny Knievel is. So tonight, myself and Chris Richards, the big man, we're going to take on Josh Crawford and Bo James, the brand new PWF Tag Team Champions. I'll give you guys the credit you deserve. Bo James, you're a veteran of this profession, and you taught myself and Chris Richards almost everything we know about professional wrestling. You brought us into the game. But tonight, we take you out. And Josh Crawford, I haven't forgot about you either. You're just going to be a casualty of war. You are a lamb being brought to the slaughter. Oh yeah, you've got better. But as good as you've got, you haven't got as good as myself, and you haven't got as good as Chris Richards. So tonight, we will show you why he who holds the power rules the world.
Looking for the hottest wrestling on the net? NWA Smoky Mountain is here for you. Get all the latest info on upcoming events, news, NWA merchandise, and much more on our website at NWASmokyMountain.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/NWA Smoky Mountain. And also follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/NWA Smoky MT.
Wrestling fans, we welcome you back to NWA Smoky Mountain TV. And Saturday night, February the 18th, entitled The Showdown in Motown is getting bigger by the minute here, ladies and gentlemen. Just been added to the card. We're going to see the NWA World's Women's Heavyweight Champion, Tasha Simone, in action as she takes on the Southern States Wrestling Women's Champion, Misty James. And Misty's been competing all over the United States, from Mississippi all the way to Pennsylvania, to become the #1 contender for the NWA World's Women's Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And this is probably the biggest opportunity of Misty James' career, coming up on Saturday night, February the 18th, versus Tasha Simone, the World's Women's Heavyweight Champion of the National Wrestling Alliance.
You know, a lot of big things are going on around the Mountain Empire. A lot of big events coming up in Rogersville and Kingsport and Morristown, but we're going to get to those all in just a few seconds. But tonight I heard Tony Givens out here talking about casualty of war. He says Josh Crawford is going to be a casualty of this war between our family and the Illuminati. Well, Tony Givens, you seem to forget Josh Cody, your bodyguard, Nick Hammonds, and the list goes on of all these people. Jeff Baker's another one that comes to mind, that have just fallen off to the wayside after they have been in the ring with the first family. Now, you can talk about casualty war all you want to,
And that's exactly what tonight's going to be, because you and Chris Richards are going to be coming after our newly won PWF Tag Team Championships. It took me and Josh a year to get a title match. Our first night, our first opportunity, we walked away with the champions. But I'm going to tell you, this is our second defense coming up tonight right here in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. And you can talk about casualty of war. You can talk about anything you want to talk about. I'm ready. I'm going to have Josh ready. Misty's going to be there to watch Rob Knight. If he even shows up, nobody even knows what's going on in his mind. But tonight's a big night. Mount Carmel National Guard Armory, 8 o'clock, doors open at 7. Be there. Now let's talk about the following week. We're going to be in Rogersville. We're going to be defending the belts down there if we can get through the Illuminati tonight. And in the Showtown in Motown, I'm talking about February 18th, the historic Tally Ward building. I used to go there as a kid and watch Continental Wrestling. I used to watch USA Wrestling there. Smoky Mountain Wrestling ran there. Southern States Wrestling ran there. All the way back to the days of Ron and Don Wright and Whitey Caldwell, John Kazana Productions ran there. This is one of those historic buildings. It's something special to walk in that Tally Ward's Rec Center. And it's going to be real special for us because on the 18th, Misty, you got your shot. Here it is. Tasha Simone. She's one of the toughest gals we've ever came across out there on the road. She is the world champion for a reason. She's beat every girl in the world who has stepped up in front of her. Right here stands my wife, and I'm extremely proud of her and how far she's came in just 5 short years in this profession. February the 18th, you got a chance to be a world champion.
February the 18th is the biggest night of my wrestling career. Tasha Simone. The last time I met Tasha Simone was in that square circle back in 2005. I was green, an extremely green person. But let me tell you one thing, Tasha. You taught me a lesson that day, a lesson that I'll never forget. And that lesson you taught me, I'm going to bring to the ring that night. February the 18th in Morristown, Tennessee, I get the chance to come back and say hello to my friends once again. The people that I have always respected, and they've always respected me and stood behind me no matter what match I was in. But that night, February the 18th, come out and support me. On that night, I faced the NWA Women's World Champion, Tasha Simone. Be there to support me.
I believe you can beat her.
I think I can.